Alright guys, what is up? This is Raventune, and yeah, so my one video that I did of my 4 gigahertz overclock on my Ryzen 1700, it got a lot of views. So I'm going to show you how I got to 4 gigahertz. Now what I've done is I set everything back to defaults. As you can see, everything's right there. And I'll show you what I get on my benchmark just from the start. So let's just bench the CPU. Just starting off. 1893 it looks like, and let's just see. Now as you can see, it's auto boosting everything. It's going to 3.2 gigahertz. And right now it's getting 1685. So to show you how I got that 4 gigahertz boost. So what I did first off was I just turned up I went over here to my second profile. Now that's got I've been doing some overclocking tests trying to get up to 4.1 again. I did hit it once, but it wasn't stable. So I've been trying to work on it, see where I can get it. And if I go back down here, I can actually bring this back down. Let me just bring this back. Now I do know certain limits on my CPU, so let's just see what we can do. By just going up to, go to 3.5, and 3.7 I thought would be a good place to start. Actually, let's go down to 3.5 to start off. Alright, now let me turn my V-core down, my SoC down. Now, first thing I actually read about the SoC was most of the time between 0.90 and 1.2 is usually the safe voltage. As with the CPU, 4.5 is the highest you really want to go. So what I did first was I only set a little bit above what my basic setting was. So 1.3 is where it's going with 3.2. So I went to 3.5 and overclocked it to 3500, and I turned my SoC up to 1 volt, and went ahead and applied. So as you can see, went to 3.5. It's still going up and down, so that's something I need to change in the BIOS. So let's just try this. Let's go ahead and benchmark it. Sorry for the shaky cam. I'm trying to use my phone to record this. And let's get that. Alright, so not very big, but it is still running. So I bumped it up to 3.6 and hit apply. This is in the Ryzen Master utility. And let's check this again. Let's bench it. Let's see what we get. So it's slowly going up. It keeps slowly going up. And that's what we're looking for. Now, let's try 3.7. And like I said, just slowly up the voltage and up everything. Get to a point where you're comfortable with, like 1.35. Click apply, and just keep going back and forth running this benchmark. I know usually it takes days to bring everything up, and we're slowly getting there. 2161, so that's pretty good right there. All right, then bring it back up 3.8 with 1.35 volts. We'll apply that. Alright, and as you can see, it's going up as I choose to go up. It's still got the core going down and everything whenever it's not working, but we'll fix that in the BIOS. We're going to go ahead and benchmark it. Okay. Alright, so we got through that benchmark. So let's go to 3.9. And let's apply that. And we'll bench the CPU. Now I'm running this with 2 screens. Just make everything a little bit smaller if you've only got one single screen. Okay, so we got to 3.9 stable so far at 1.35 volts. So here is the first time I actually went through. I actually jumped down right at the first. My CPU actually shut down. My computer just cut off and everything when I got to here. So what I did was I went back to the BIOS, put in the last stable overclock I had, and went with it. So let's go up to 4 gigahertz at 1.35. Let's apply. Okay, and we're gonna bench the CPU. See what it gets. But yeah, whenever I first went into benchmark my CPU, I got up to 3.9 and it just shot down. It just broke down. Luckily, I'm getting to 4 gigahertz at 1.35, but I can check the voltage and it's staying around that area. The CPU is going to jump up and down, which I'm thinking about actually keeping that on for right now. Because if I go into... Oh, here is a good thing to have. IDA 64 Extreme. Go ahead and open that up.
Please specify how you would like to proceed.
I know, copyright strike, but it'll be alright. So we're going to go up here to Tools, System Stability Test. Alright, and we're going to see if we can run this at 4 gigahertz. So we're going to start. And with any new CPU, you're going to have to see where it hits. So it's gone up to 59 degrees at 135. So let's just see if this is stable. It is actually stable. Oh, something went off. Hardware failure detected. Stop. Okay, so let's see what the statistic was. Now let's see. It stopped the test. What was the voltage? 1368. So it looks like that was unstable. So let's turn up our voltage just a hair. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and apply it there. And let's start the test. Now, I actually got my first BSOD yesterday, or today. I was trying to overclock and I finally got a BSOD. So, let's get the temperatures. Shot up to 62. And hopefully it stays stable. Maybe we can keep it stable. 63. And about a minute in, a little over a minute in, is when we got that hardware failure. So, Let's just see. And a hardware failure. Alright, so let's stop. It's already stopped. Let's go up to 3.87. Now also, one of the things you want to look at is increasing this can actually fix everything. So we're going to set it to that. That's what I usually keep it at. Let me see if I can get a better visual. 1.1, apply. Alright, let's start the test again. Had another hardware failure that time, so that was almost 2 minutes in to the test. And this is a wonderful thing to use. It will check your CPU usage, everything. And I know this is hard on my CPU, especially with all the stuff I've been going through. And let's see, it's at 6550. So let's see if we can get. Alright, it just hit 66 degrees, no failures so far. Okay, it's slowly climbing up. Now, in all honesty, I never run my system at 100% load, so this 66 degrees, 6650 is not really seen very often. And I do have my default fan profile set. Okay, so it's been a minute and 16 seconds. So we're already doing good. Okay. That temperature is slowly climbing. And we had a hardware failure. So we know something's going on. So we're going to stop right here on our setup. It's going up to, okay. So we are going to, what we're going to do is we are going to restart. Let me just do this. Uh-oh. There we go. And this computer has frozen. Alright, so the computer's frozen. We see what we got this set to. And to keep it from messing up, there we go, it's restarting. So let's just get into the BIOS. Come on, there we go. Now let's get into the BIOS. You can just do it by pressing delete multiple times. Just keep pressing it. Once you see the keyboard come on, you're basically set, because as soon as the keyboard comes on, you're good. So we're gonna go overclocking. We got to 3.9, so 3900. We turned down core performance boost. Let's turn that off. Disabled. And then we went down to CPU features. Cool and quiet is disabled. C6 state, that's alright. It really just depends on how you want to set your stuff, but I haven't ever had to turn that off. So it's all for everybody else to figure out. Everything else is set to auto. Settings. Okay, so go to this, and we're going to switch this to 13, I think it was 875, and press enter. And we need to turn our north bridge up to 1100. Okay, so that's where we had it set before. Let's try doing 4.0 on that now. Save changes and reboot. Alright. Let's reboot it. and see if we can get it. Now I'm pretty sure I could actually get higher on this board if it allowed above 1.4 gigahertz. I mean 1.4 on the voltage. I mean MSI, it's a pretty good board, so I mean only thing is the power phases are not all there. It's a B350. All right, so let me just let me go in here. Alright, so we're back at the main screen. Just let the camera focus just a hair. And we're going to turn back on our
Please
CPU-Z.
specify how you would like to proceed.
There we go. And we've got our voltage set right there. It's staying stable at that, so let's go ahead and bench it real quick, just to make sure it stays there. And I didn't turn on my Ryzen master utility because sometimes that has an adverse effect sometimes. So I'm just sticking with this right now. The Ryzen master utility is good for just getting your basics down and just seeing where you can go. Alright, so 2301. Yada yada. Okay, we got that. Turn up my DPI on it. Okay, there we go. And first thing we're going to do is actually do a Cinebench. Now I know 4.0 works on here. I really want to get a better board, and actually I do want to eventually get a better power supply. It's 80 plus platinum, so there's nothing on there that'll actually mess anything up, but it's okay. Let's go in here. Let's run Cinebench. Alright, we got Cinebench. Let's go for the multi-core. Okay, so it's actually going a little bit slow right now, but it's mainly probably because of me changing things up a little bit. So it's almost done. Alright, 1743. Alright, at 4 gigahertz. So we've got it set to 4 gigahertz. Let's close out this. It doesn't save for some reason, so I'm just going to do that. And let's go back into IDA 64.
Please specify how you would like to proceed.
Yeah, I know. Alright, let's bench it. Or actually, no. Tools, system stability, and start. Now, in actuality, you really want to run this test for about 24 hours just to make sure. But I usually will set it like this so that I really don't have to worry. Now, if we do get another hardware failure, I can set it up, turn up the voltage just a hair, but most of the time that's not really applicable. But I mean, it is running. This is where it runs stable at. I have tested it this speed, and I really don't know anybody that runs their system at full load for at 100% the entire time. Oh, we have a hardware failure. Something's going on. So stop. All right, so in all honesty, this IDA 64 is not working right for me right now. It's just the trial version, so it's not giving me a lot of information. But I have ran this 4.0 speed for over a week now. I've streamed with it, no problems. So I'm not sure what's the hardware failure. It could be something in my board finally going, but you know, that's what you get for with a 3-phase power supply. I mean, a 3-phase, is it 3 or 4 power phase board? But I mean, this has run stable for a long time now, so I have no problems with it. The hardware failure, I'm kind of iffy about that. It may just be something about the CPU just getting a little warm, but I mean, I run this 24/7. I don't turn off this computer. But yeah, guys, yeah, so until then, guys, next time, peace, love, and donuts. We'll talk to you later. Bye.